How you doing? This is Melvin Brown. Welcome back to Melvin Brown Experience. Today is not going to be a story time, but today is going to be a testimony. And what y'all going to hear is a story about one of my knucklehead ass clients. I don't know how many times I cussed this man the fuck out, but yo, we became good homies. He gonna tell you his story. Go ahead, tell your story, bro.
Melvin, I love you, man. Appreciate everything that you did for me. I'm gonna tell my story from when I came to Melvin. I was like in a situation where my fiance left me for another guy. I came to Melvin, and Melvin did his thing. Melvin worked it out. He put whatever he needed to in the air, and now today, me and my fiance have gotten a stronger bond. We are now in the process of planning for our wedding. That's going to happen this year. And everything that Melvin told me to do, even though I might have been a little hard-headed at first about doing it, I understood where he was coming from after a while, and I just stood and I just let it work. And when it started working, I constantly was giving Melvin updates of this and of this experience, of that experience, and everything that Melvin said came to pass. And right now to this day, I'm the happiest I done been. So Melvin, I thank you, man. Much love to everything that you've done for me. I greatly appreciate you, man. And trust and believe. I'm going out. I'm telling other people about you. And if I ever need you again, bro, I would definitely
I
call
hope
you.
you don't
And
need
I'm
me again because you
definitely,
get on my fucking nerves.
but hey, I'm definitely glad to be calling you my friend. And I love you,
Oh, you about to make a nigga blush and shit. I'm right here smoking right now.
man.
Look, yo, with this client, he was a hard head at first. Like, when I mean hard head, like, cause I had to tell him, like, bro, at the end of the day, your fiance gonna fuck that nigga, so you need to fall back, take the L, and keep it moving. But this nigga right here, this nigga was trying to get him lined the fuck up. Allegedly, I ain't saying it, but allegedly he was trying to get him lined up. And I had to talk him out of it. Like, yo, dog, don't lose your freedom over some pussy, nigga. Shut the fuck up, nigga. I got plenty of riches to get you some pussy lined the fuck up. And he was like, oh, I want no other pussy. I want to fuck with her. I said, well, just sit this far the fuck back then. So, how long was your process, bro?
On the process,
I think we
you know what
worked
I'm
it, and I think we started talking in September,
saying?
right?
October,
October?
October,
All right,
yeah,
cool. October.
October,
All right.
and now it's January. You know what I'm saying? So the process for me didn't take long because it's simply like what Melvin always says. As long as your significant other still has feelings for you or still want you around, whatever, it makes the process that much quicker. But if you're trying to get your woman back and you don't piss her off to the point where she wants nothing to do with you, she don't even see you as being somebody that's in her criteria or somebody, or she just don't see you as someone that exists. It's gonna take a little longer for for whatever it is that you have Melvin to do for you for her to come back, for her to just be ring back in, because there's a lot of stuff that goes on with it. And so um it's always when it comes to love spells, man, it's I'm not gonna say it's a hit or miss, it's definitely always a hit. But like Melvin always tell us on his YouTube videos, it's about time, it's about timing, it is about patience.
Exactly. Now, what kind of side effects you was going through when the ritual was in the air?
Oh God, man, I was going through like extreme emotional, like I had like a lot of emotional ups and downs and highs and lows. Like one time, a couple of days I would go through depression. Um, a couple of days I would go through anxiety. A couple of days I would go through um, maybe sadness or happiness or hopefulness. And 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 it didn't make it any better for me when my significant other would keep reaching out, and I'm thinking that I'm thinking that we getting back together, and then something else happens. So You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like an up and down situation. The other thing is that I learned through this process is I had to learn myself. And so I learned that I am more so of a codependent when it comes to my personality trait when it comes to relationships.
Right.
So once I had learned about me and fall back and worked on me and understand how I operate, then I was able. It was a lot easier for me to cope with the situation. So once I started falling back and started just letting everything flow, then everything just went and did its course. And I didn't really have to do much, but just like what Melvin always say, work on yourself, get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually, if it's meant to be, it's gonna be, and the spirits and everything else is gonna make it sure that it lines up to what it's supposed to be. If that's where it's supposed to be at, then that's how it's gonna happen. But it's all about patience. And believe me, I'm the type of dude. I didn't have patience, and I'm still working on having patience. But the experience was definitely a life changing experience for me.
No problem. Now, I want to ask so the audience can understand, because I'm not going to do videos for a little bit. How was your girlfriend behavior when the shit started hitting her? So you can give an audience like a clear picture of how the ritual worked.
So at first, before everything hit, it was like she wanted nothing to do with me. I was like most hated, everything. Then all of a sudden, I would get like text messages out of the blue. Um, I would get like her wanting me to come over and out of the blue and want to have sex. Uh, or she would call me just randomly and asking me like who's over to my house. Just stuff like that. She would tell me stuff like, well, I'm jealous and I don't want to see you with anybody else. And at the time, I was like, yo, you talking about you don't want to see me with anybody else, but you running around with somebody else. So it was crazy to me, but I seen the behaviors was like she started to wanted to attach herself more to me. And so like even now, it's like she attaches herself more to me. Like one weekend I was at work, and she just came by and made me chicken vegetable soup just out of the blue. Just well, because maybe I was sick, and she just came by, made me some soup, kind of nursed me back to health a little bit, and she went back home. So it was just like little odd stuff that she never did before that started happening. Now I love yous every day. Now we talk on the phone every day. Now it's back to like almost like a regular scheduled programming situation.
All right, cool, 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 cool. All right. So before you go, any last words before we go?
My only words to the audience out there is when it comes to doing love work, Melvin is the real deal. And tell anybody, man, just have patience, man. But also know the reason why your situation is the way it is. Because if you the one that fucked it up, it's gonna take longer. But if you like was like me, like somewhat of like I ain't gonna say a victim because I don't really consider myself to be a victim. But if you was the one that was wronged in the situation, 9 times out of 10, the mending part process will go a lot quicker. You know what I'm saying? But if you the one that was out there doing the cheating, doing all the fuckery, it's going to definitely take longer.
All right. This is Melvin Brown. This is Melvin Brown Experience. I hope you enjoy this. Hit the like button, leave a comment, email me. I'm out.